10 years ago, on the night of December 18th, 2007, a small Wisconsin basketball team fell victim to an unknown manager. What did he do? He called timeout. No one forgotten his name. And Merrill, Wisconsin will never be the same. Yes, it's been 10 years. Now, I'm here to talk about the top 5 reasons you can't blame Smoothie Smith for calling a timeout as a student manager. That's this guy. Yes, it's been 10 years, and I could not resist it. It's how I got my coaching day. It's how I got my coaching material organized. I called a timeout as a manager. And then Coach Soderbergh said, "Don't do that. Don't ever do that again." Now I'm here to tell you why you can't blame me. Here are some honorable mentions. Number 1, nobody knew me. Nobody knew me. The rest didn't. I mean, Pat Bonneville, yes, I get that, but nobody knew me. Ryan Landers said, who's this guy? Number 2, it didn't matter. I mean, it really didn't. Number 3, and the final honorable mention. In the long run, I never did it again. So let's talk about the top 5 reasons you can't blame Smoothie Smith for calling a timeout as a manager. Number 5. Number 5. I don't know. Number 5. Let's see. It's how I got my coaching started. I finally knew how to say the word timeout. And you can't blame me. I want to learn. I don't want to just sit there and say, what's this? What's that? What's this? What's that? I gotta actually do it. So, basically, and now I'm doing it all the time. Right, freshmen? In dramatic fashion. Okay, number 4. Well, number 4 is this. Yeah. Number 4 is this. It taught me a very valuable lesson, which is, don't do it again. No. It taught me a very valuable lesson. Control yourself. Okay? Don't jump up in the air. Don't jump up in the air and whatnot. Okay? Just don't. Don't go, time out! Don't. Just go, time out. Yeah. Number 3. I became famous. I mean, everybody at Merrill High School, I mean, I know I'm in a divorce with them, but let's face it. I mean, everybody was saying, "Hey, Smoothie, how about that timeout?" And I would be like, "What timeout?" "That timeout that you called against Rhineland." "Oh, yes, that one." Well, I don't know. Ask Jay Peterson. I mean, I became so famous for this. I'm literally the guy who's, if anybody walks around Merrill High School to this day, and especially Zach Moots and Quinn, and everybody else I know, even Coach Shallow, and somebody asked them, who's Smoothie Smith? And everybody was saying, oh yeah, the guy that called timeout as a freshman manager. It was hilarious. Everybody knows me. Number 2. Well, aside of all that learning, I don't know. I don't know what number 2 would be, but if I had to pick a number 2, it would be, jumping into a big lake. And I'll explain. At Merrill High School, I was blessed to be taught by one of the best coaches to ever step foot in Merrill High School. So I was able to jump into a big freaking lake and get the feeling of what head coaching is all about. Pretty much. I mean, who can't blame a smooth head guy who calls himself Smoothie and drinks smoothies for doing that? Nobody can. And on top of that, it was just a freshman B game. Hello, people! What's the point? I mean, yeah, it's embarrassing now with a freshman B game, but hey, you know what would be really embarrassing? When Bull Murray had the ball with 3 seconds, when Jared Staggy had the ball with 3 seconds left and we're up 3 in the state semifinals on my birthday, and I would jump up and down, timeout, 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 right behind Coach Soderberg, and Wayne Probb would give me a technical foul, and then it would be a 1-point game and a possible loss, and I wouldn't have my birthday wish. Gosh, I mean, that's more embarrassing. But hey, again, I became more popular. And the final reason, Chris Webber did it. Yes, it's known as a Chris Webber. Hey, he did it in a national championship game. I did it in a freshman B game. What good can come out of it? You know, I mean, it's like, what could be more embarrassing? And again, that's the number 1 word, embarrassment. Now, again, I'm trying to get like a 10-minute thing, but it's hilarious because I called the timeout as a freshman manager. How hilarious is that? And then I wind up being a freshman reserve head coach this year for a team that forget. But I go from that to this, and I'm like, oh God, thank you, Jay Pearson, for letting me call the timeout. But Chris Webber did it before me, and it was more embarrassing because it was a national championship game. I mean, I did it in a freshman B game, and I know I repeat myself, but again, what's more embarrassing? Chris Webber or Smoothie Smith, so smooth you can walk down memory lane with the guy? Please. And those are my top 5 reasons why you can't blame me, Smoothie Smith, for calling a timeout 10 years ago.